Okay, I'm going to start by asking you a question, but I think it's something that we all need to reflect on, myself included. What kind of relationships are you building? Are they life giving? Do they reflect God's love? Are they healthy? Well, in Matthew 22, verse 37 to 39, it says this Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself." Here's the truth that we see in scripture. Loving God is the foundation of everything we do. Loving others is the overflow of that, and loving ourselves is a part of that process. So, if we want to build healthy relationships, the kind that matter to God, we need to reflect His heart in the way that we live and love. So, how do we do that? Well, first, it starts with God first, as we see. He needs to be the center of all of our relationships. When God is our source, we stop actually placing pressure on people to fill voids that only He can. Often disappointment in relationships comes from this misplaced expectations. Hoping a spouse or a friend or even a boss can provide only what God was meant to provide for us. And when we let God meet our deepest needs, we free others to be who they are, not who we expect them to be. Secondly, we need to love with action. Love isn't just something that we feel, it's something we do. Whether it's forgiving someone who's hurt us, showing up when it's inconvenient, or choosing kindness when it's not easy. Love expressed in action builds strong, lasting relationships. We also see that it's important to love others through our differences. We're all uniquely made in the image of God. That means that because we're unique, we won't all agree or look or think the same, but we can still honor and value each other and how God's created us. Loving people means accepting them, even when they're different from us. It's actually seeing them through the eyes of Jesus. And lastly, it's so important that as we've learned God's love for us, that we too love like Jesus. His love is sacrificial, it's selfless, and it's unconditional. And while we'll never do it perfectly because we're imperfect humans, we can choose to love more like Him with humility, grace, and patience. Philippians 2 reminds us to think of others more than ourselves. That kind of love changes relationships from the inside out. As we love God, others, and ourselves as God intended for us, as we keep God as a center of our relationships, as we put Him first and love like Jesus taught us to, we will love others deeply and we will build bold faith.